Hi Creek Kids, Mr. Dan here, and we have an amazing Bible story for you today. It's one of my favorites. It's about Zacchaeus. You guys remember Zacchaeus? You know the song? Yeah, Zacchaeus. He was a little guy, but I think we're going to learn something pretty interesting about Zacchaeus that I don't know if you knew. I didn't know until I heard the Bible story. So come on, let's listen.
Jesus was traveling through Jericho, where a man named Zacchaeus lived. Zacchaeus was a chief tax collector, and he was very rich. Zacchaeus was in charge of collecting taxes from the Jewish people in Jericho for the Roman government. Many Jews did not like tax collectors because they were often dishonest. When Jesus came into town, a large crowd gathered to see him. Zacchaeus wanted to see Jesus too, but he was too short to see over the crowd. So Zacchaeus ran ahead and climbed into a sycamore tree. When Jesus came by, he looked into the tree and saw Zacchaeus. "Come down, Zacchaeus," Jesus said. "I want to stay with you today." Zacchaeus was happy to welcome Jesus, and he hurried down from the tree. But everyone who saw this complained. "Zacchaeus is a sinner," they said, "and Jesus is going to stay at his house."
Whoa, Creek Kids. Did you know that he was a tax collector and that nobody really liked him? He was a sinner, right? Tax collector, we learned that a couple weeks ago about that tax collector who was trying to take everybody's money and only give a little back, right? So Jesus showed compassion for the sinner. You remember what the sinner is? What is a sin? It's anything we think, anything we say, or anything we do that disobeys God. That's right, that's a sin. Okay, let's listen to the rest.
Later that day, Zacchaeus told Jesus, "I will give half of everything I have to the poor. And if I cheated anyone, I will pay him back 4 times as much." Jesus told Zacchaeus, "Today you have been saved. You have shown that you are one of God's people." Jesus said, "I have come to seek and to save the lost." Jesus had come to look for people like Zacchaeus, people who did not know God, and to save them from their sin.
Wow, Creek Kids, that's an amazing Bible story. We learned so much from that one story. Even if you're a sinner, Jesus and God can show you compassion, right? That they still love you even if you sin. Because who died for our ultimate sins? Jesus, right? God gave us Jesus, his one son, so that he could die for our sins. So remember, even though Zacchaeus was not very nice and kind of a mean guy, Jesus still went to his house and got to hang out with Zacchaeus, and Zacchaeus couldn't believe it. So, you never know when that chance will come for you, Creek Kids. So, make sure that we listen, obey, and pray. Bye, Creek Kids.